up? It's Kathy, and I'm back with another process video for paper issues. This one is for Free File Friday, and the challenge, I guess you could call it, was to use a background file. So this one was called like Rosy Background or something like that. It's obviously a free file that you can find on the Paper Issues store. If you go under free files, it's one of the clickable pieces you can, like, you can do shop or blog or whatever. Anyway, free files is listed there too. So it's pretty easy to find. And I cut it out in a double-sided paper that was really old from, I think, American Crafts, and it was just listed as American Crafts, and one side was squiggly lines, which I think I kind of showed you there, the other side. And this side was like a very, very light, I'm going to say baby pink. So my thought process for the most part was to use up some of the 6x6 Lovely Day paper pad from Dear Lizzie, just because I don't have a ton of the Dear Lizzie collection, so I just thought I would use it up in flowers. And I had this shot of one of the peonies from my garden, and I absolutely adore peonies. They are my favorite. There were 2 peony plants planted here when we moved in, and I went out, I think the next year or the year after, and I got 2 more for this tiny little side garden, and they have started blooming in the last year or two, and they're so gorgeous. I just love peonies. They're just such a big, beautiful flower. And it's kind of sad that they only last a very short time and then they're gone. They're not a long blooming flower, but I love when they start to bloom. I usually will cut a nice bouquet to put in the house for a little bit. They have such a deep scent. It's just gorgeous. So anyway, anywho, so I'm doing a scrapbook layout about them. So this is obviously a scrapbook layout that's not about an actual person, but it's just going to be about my love for them. So I just kind of traced where the cut file was going to lay, and I'm putting some gelatos around, and I kind of wish I didn't do a very good job blending when I do this, of the dark green and the light green. And that's because I didn't want a huge, I didn't want it to come out too far from the cut file. And in order to continue to blend it, I would have had to. So you can still see like the dark green lines in it and stuff like that. So I guess maybe in hindsight I should have just used the one color, but I don't really mind it. It's not a big deal. It's going to get covered for the most part. So I'm just using a baby wipe to wipe around. And there's no gesso on this paper. Didn't need it because the only liquid I was using was the actual baby wipe. So I just kind of wiped that all around to make just to make there be something kind of interesting behind the cut file. And green, of course, plants and flowers. I'm going to glue the cut file down with actual glue instead of just tape, and that was just so that I could guarantee that it would stick even with the mixed media that was kind of underneath it. And I don't know why. I think it's because I was out of fun foam, but I did not end up propping this cut file up on fun foam, which is a pretty normal thing for me to do. So that was kind of weird. I'm going to assume I was just out of it at the time. So I stuck down some vellum I had, and of course there is glue underneath that one that I did not back. And the reason I didn't bother backing it was I didn't need to. It was going to get covered by a photo anyway. I did have to use some papers that were not from the Dear Lizzie line. The navy blue is not from the Dear Lizzie line. Actually, the bottom 3 papers are not from the Dear Lizzie line. Everything else is. They just happen to be in my scraps, and that's an old Dear Lizzie Neapolitan paper that's going to be underneath the photo. And then I'm just using some vellum, pink vellum and clear vellum in between, just for layers without it being too much, since there's so much pattern paper. Oh no, I do have fun foam. It's right there. Well, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do it. Anyway, weird. Just weird. I don't know. Probably just didn't think about it at the time, or maybe I was too worried that it would be propped up too much to do fun foam under the photo plus under the cut file. I don't really know what was going through my head. This is actually ephemera from Pebbles Girl Squad, and it has pretty flowers and stuff like that. So I grabbed a few pieces of it, and I'm gonna go find My Dear Lizzie stuff as well as some pink paisley. That was a very not sure sound. The Paige Evans line, oh my heart. I don't think I end up actually using any, but I grabbed it just in case. I could not, for the life of me, I looked through all of my ephemera packs and could not find My Dear Lizzie, Oh Lovely Day ephemera pack. I found it like a day later. So I don't end up using the ephemera, and I really wanted to. I'm certain there would have been something that fit, and I just could not find it. So of course I had to kind of make do with other stuff. So I broke open this Hustle and Heart layered sticker sheet because it had that little pretty flower, and I just thought it would be a nice accent on this. Pretty much anything would work, and I kind of move things around quite a bit. This is from Simple Stories Posh collection, and I'm even breaking some of that out because I have it. I have the ephemera and some of the papers, so why not? I kind of wish I'd left that tag in there. It looked nice. There was no need to remove it, but I did. Dun dun dun. Probably because I wanted to put another one of these layered stickers in, just because I had one in one area, so I wanted one in a different area, and that's just my weird way of thinking. Anyway, so this isn't going to be like huge embellishment clusters. There's just going to be a few little things here and there just to do like 3 clusters. I don't really do anything super close to the photo, and I don't make huge embellishment clusters near the photo because it's not really what I'm going for. There's so many pattern papers. There's already this whole background that it doesn't really need it. It just kind of needs a little hint of something. So I end up using 3 of those Amy Tangerine stickers. And then I found this little flower shop sticker from Lovely Day, and I was like, oh, that's super cute. It's got to go in there somewhere. So I do end up kind of moving a few things and getting it stuck in there. And it's just a little cute little accent. The biggest thing for me was I knew what I wanted my title to be, but I could not, it took me forever to find the right fonts. And I still don't even know if I like the fonts that I used, like the thickers that I used, but I used them and they're on there. I love these little bows. That's from Hustle and Heart too. And when I say 2, I don't mean the number 2, I mean as well. And they are so adorable. I kind of want more of them now because I just love them. And I love that royal deep blue that they came with, and that kind of crisp autumn red was gorgeous. And it would work so well for, as I said, like autumn type layouts. These enamel dots are from Hooray. So that's got a little old, but they had the right colors. And I just, because I wasn't going crazy with the embellishments, I just thought I'd add some of those. Oh yeah, and then this little guy too. I do end up sticking that in there somewhere. I don't know. I guess I just wanted more of the got it stuck to the photo. More of the Lovely Day collection, just because that was the jumping off point for the layout. But yeah, as I said, I really do struggle with what I want for my thickers. I wanted the title Peonies, Yes Please. And when you think about that, there's a lot of E's in that title. And I think we all know that E's and A's and I's and mostly vowels can be hard to come by with thicker sets. Just because you don't always get, I don't even know if I spelled peonies right. Did not even think to spell check it. Anyway, it looks a little weird because of the font I used, but I do like how it turned out. This was from Pinkfresh Studio, and it was from one of their summer collections. I think it was Dream On. Sorry, I'm getting like notices. And yeah. Anyway, notices on my phone, which is sitting right beside my my recording. Anyway, so I just got them, and because originally I wasn't going to get them, I didn't like them, and now I do like them. Isn't that weird how we kind of change? I don't feel it was like fear of missing out. It was more so once I saw them being used, I realized how I could use them, and then I was inspired to purchase them. These are Heidi Swap ones that are like a glitter pink, and I do put them down and then I take them all back off because I do not like the contrasting pinks. There's so many warm pinks going on in this photo, in this layout, and this is a very cool fuchsia pink, and it just doesn't work for me, and it's getting lost in the background. So in the end, it's going to kind of time lapse here because I laid out the font that I wanted to use without filming it because I wasn't sure, but I do end up liking this. So this is the font I end up with. It's a gold thicker that I do not remember the collection it came from, but it came from a while ago. And I have a whole bunch of them, and I didn't originally like them, but I've been using them up and kind of happy every time I get a chance to use them up. So to add some contrast, because the picture is dark and there's some dark spots around and the black letters, I used some black Heidi Swap Color Shine just to kind of top it off. But that is about it. A very simple layout. I'll probably just do some strips of journaling on top of one of the sections. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, following me. I appreciate it. I will see you all in the next videos. Pictures are coming up. Bye. Hey, I'm starting a new Scrappy life adventure, and if you would like to help support me and the channel and all the future stuff that I have coming, you can support me on Patreon in the link in the picture and in the description below. Even $1 a month would be amazing. Would really help me out, but even if you only like and subscribe, that still helps. So thank you so much. Bye.